game that I'm going to be talking about today is possibly the earliest board game in history. Senet was played by the ancient Egyptians from at least 3500 BCE. That's 5,500 years ago. G'day, my name's Daniel Judd. Welcome to maGneT. This is the first video in the Ancient Game series. The very first Egyptian pharaoh was a guy called Narmer, who lived around 3100 BCE. He was one of the first kings who actually joined together enough of Egypt for it to be actually called a single country. Before him, Egypt was a bunch of different places controlled by a bunch of different people. However, even before Narmer, it seems that people were playing a board game that we are now calling Senet. There is even a hieroglyph for Senet, which seems to have been in use for quite some time. We even have a number of paintings of Senet being played by various people in ancient Egypt, and a couple of copies of the game itself. This is a painting of Queen Nefertari, who is one of the wives of Ramses the Great playing Senet, although I'm not sure who she's playing against. This is a copy of the board and pieces inscribed with the name Amenhotep III. This board is now in the Brooklyn Museum. Senet wasn't just a game. It also had religious significance. People who were good at Senet weren't just said to be good at the strategy behind the game, but also had luck bestowed upon them by the gods. Senet didn't use dice. They used sticks, like these. Yeah, actually, they're paddle pop sticks. They didn't have paddle pop sticks in ancient Egyptian times. Close enough? The ancient Egyptians would throw these on the ground and count the sides that are coloured and uncoloured to determine how far you could move. One uncoloured side up and the rest down, like this, meant that you could move one of your pieces one spot. If you had two uncoloured sides up, like this, meant that you could move one of your pieces two spots. Three uncoloured sides up, like this, meant that you could move one of your pieces three spots. Four uncoloured sides, like this, meant you could move one of your pieces four spots, and if all of the coloured sides were up, like this, meant you could move one of your pieces 5 spots. This is what the board looks like, or at least my version. You'll notice that there are 3 rows of 10 spots. These last 5 spots are the important spots. They were usually decorated in a variety of ways. I'll talk about the importance of them a little bit later. This spot was called Per Nefer, or the beautiful house. All pieces must stop here before continuing. This spot is Per Mu, or the house of water. Once a piece lands on this spot, you have to roll a 4 before you can move again, or you could choose to move your piece back to this spot and miss a turn. From these 3 spots, you can get your pieces off the board and score points. From here, you have to roll a 3 to take your piece off the board. From here, a 2, and from here, a 1. To begin the game, each player rolls the sticks until someone rolls a 1. That person starts. This is how the board is set up. The cones go first, and then the I'm not sure what to call them, they go second. The pieces move down the first row, then up to the second row, then across, then up to the next row, then down, and then off the board. First of all, pieces can be taken. In this instance, if the other guy rolled a 1 and landed his piece on top of the cone, then the 2 pieces swap positions. The fact that the 2 pieces have to swap can really hurt when the other guy is 5 spots behind and rolls a 5, like in this instance. But there are ways to protect yourself. If you get 2 pieces together, then neither piece can be taken. If you get 3 pieces together, not only can your pieces not be taken, but the other side can't pass your pieces either, so it effectively blocks the opposition. One last thing, you have to move. So in this case, if the other guy rolls a 3 and tries to move his piece onto the cone, he obviously can't. So he has to go backwards, which means that he goes back 3 spaces. Just remember that the goal of the game is to get your pieces off the board first. You can download a copy of the board from my website and there's a link below in the comments. See you next time.